first started recruiting Jaz Johnson, the #1 priority that we saw that he could help us with, great perimeter shooting.
Jaz, step back three, left side, good.
So we felt like he could really stretch the defense out just because of his ability to make shots. And then we thought he had incredible toughness.
Jaz up and in. What a tough layup.
How did he do that? Oh, my God.
When he's on the floor, he kind of gives your team an identity because of how hard he plays.
Jaz crossover, down the lane, all the way. Shot is good. Jaz amongst the tall trees.
So when we recruited Jaz Johnson, he flew in on a Friday. Friday night at dinner, his dad grabbed me and said, "Hey, I don't care what Jaz thinks. My son's playing for Nevada and playing for you guys."
My mom is really the one that was like the guidance for me to get good grades. She was always on me in high school, middle school, to make sure that I performed well in class.
He's always been really good, diligent about doing his homework, what he needs to do. He takes care of business. Comes from being self-motivated. He works really hard.
We look at a guy like Jaz. I mean, we knew when we recruited him from Portland, you know, he was a great student at Portland, and academics were something that was really important to him. And he's a business major, which is not an easy major at all. I mean, that's tough, even if you didn't play sports, even if you were just a business major at school.
I guess you could say I've always been kind of interested in business, and so I guess that's where I chose marketing. And also, I wanted to make sure that I got a degree that I could do something with. I wanted to make sure that, you know, if basketball doesn't work out, I have a good backup plan.
He knows, like, basketball at some point in his life, the ball's going to stop bouncing. So that degree is going to be really important to him, you know, for the next phase, next part of his life.
Layup is good for Jaz Johnson.
The thing that for student athletes at the collegiate level that gets forgotten is before they come to practice, they've been up since 8 a.m. going to class, going to study hall, trying to figure out a way to eat. Oh, and then by the way, you got to come to practice, which is what us as grown adults have been waiting for all day. And you do it with your eyes and the ball movement.
I go through the same thing, but I don't play as many minutes as Jaz. So when he's tired after a game, he's got to go back to his hotel room and still get the work done. You know, business is not a cakewalk.
You wake up in the morning, you probably work out, then you got class, then you got practice, then you got probably do another workout, and then by the time you get home, I mean, it's homework or whatever reading I have to do, or, you know, whatever I want to do with my free time.
Jaz is one of the hardest workers I've ever seen. Going to his room at night sometimes just to chill and talk with him. He's always on his laptop doing some sort of paper, some sort of homework assignment. And I try to leave him alone, but, you know, that's my guy. But, you know, he wants to do great in everything.
I'm not just your typical athlete, you know, like I really do try my best in school, and I really value my education. And it's just really about, you know, proving to, I guess, my peers that I'm more than just a basketball player.
I always say this to my friends, that if I fell and just dropped down right now, he done gave me everything I needed, man. I'm serious. I love him.
He has life habits now. He's taken the hard, challenging things academically to put him in a position where he's going to be successful once basketball is over with.
Presentation is going to be basically on what the whole idea of the class is about. You have to choose a company within a different industry than the other groups, and so my group chose Pabst Brewery. So how do they compete with like Coors or Miller Lite? It's really just about getting into what strategic plan that they have in order to stay competitive and in order to continue to make revenue.
I grade on multiple criteria: their ability to deliver the content successfully and present a compelling argument. Those are some of the skills, the communication, and I'm sure he'll do great.
I had a class where you did professional speaking as well, and it's tough to go out there in front of people, especially when you're not only talking about basketball. So it can be a little bit. It can actually be a little bit more challenging than you think.
I think the biggest thing is just getting over your nervousness, because you know it's really just what life's about. We try our best to entertain the masses, so the places you'll see us the most are in parties. Obviously, in places like here in Reno, where you know a big part of the city is the university. You're going to see Pabst in a lot of parties. So. I think I did pretty well. You know, we answered the questions well. We seem to know our information real well. I got a test right now, so it really doesn't stop. So, you know, I got to take this exam real fast. You know, I tried to study as much as I could last night, didn't get much sleep. So I'm going to try my best to see what happens.